Yo, what up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Q Review. In this Q Review, we be going over Jeen Yuhs, a three-part documentary based on Kanye West's life over the majority of all his career. Him in the past, him in the middle of his life, and him in the present now. Like me being a fan of hip-hop, and I'm a fan of Kanye West's music, I was excited to see it because Kanye is an interesting human being, to say the least. Now, a lot of people have a lot of hate for Kanye West for some of the things he says, like, taking an award from Taylor Swift. That's just crazy. We don't get into all of that. But as a hip hop fan, as I take it back to the beginning, early stages of Kanye West's life, I think this dude, what's his name, Cootie, started filming him at 17 years old and followed him pretty much his entire career. Now, this first episode, when he was about 17 with Jermaine Dupri, some after party for whatever group, I don't remember, but seeing his hunger and his passion to become who he is, he did everything. He snuck into events, just for people to hear his music. And then when he started producing beats, he started producing, like he produced for Jay-Z, The Blueprint, things like that. And how he really wanted to rap bad as hell, but no one to take him serious. Like, oh yeah, you just that little producer boy. Go ahead, produce my little beat. I need another beat. But like, no, son, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I can rap. And no one to believe him. And it's even shots. The footage in here is incredible, by the way. It's even shots when he's just like passing Jay-Z and Jay-Z's not paying him any attention. So he even hijacked Rockefeller Records and went to everybody's office and played "It's Pulling Me Up and It All Falls Down." He's like played it for everybody, trying to shop a deal, And then he was just hustling beats to eat, you know what I'm saying? That was the real hip hop part, that real hunger, that real drive of Kanye West that I love. Not to mention that he is a amazing producer. A Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the best albums ever. Not even a hip hop album, just one of the best pieces of music I have ever heard from a producer. So Jeen Yuhs is the right word. So that beginning phase of hip hop was very exciting to see all this footage of Kanye West and him backpacking, him with Mos Def, him Talib Kweli, Dave Chappelle, or Rhyme Fest. All that shit was dope. It was completely pure hip hop and it was raw. It was in the 90s. And, it's incredible that this footage still exists. Now, the second part of his life starts with pretty much through The Wire, when he finally got signed to Rockefeller, when they believed in him, and he got into an accident and he got his jaw wired up, and he actually spit the rhyme through the wire, you know what I'm saying, with his jaw wired up, and it was crazy. And they still didn't give him a budget for his album. So what Kanye West did, he hustled all that shit up himself, came up with, I forgot how many, I think it was like $35,000 or something like that to make the video in The Wire himself. He got Cootie to direct The Wire. And then as I'm looking at the video, like, this is put together very, very well. And he spit it all through The Wire. And this scenes with him with Pharrell in the studio, like, you about to be one of the biggest ever, you know what I'm saying? Just to see this come up story was excellent for hip hop. I'm like, this is a dope ass hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I love this music. I'm like, I'm bombing my head because I know all the songs. You know what I'm saying? So that was fun. Now we get into the third act of this Kanye documentary, which is him now. And it touches on his mental health kind of quickly with his relationship with Kim Kardashian and the Yeezus thing, and with him having Sunday service and him running for president. Now, this third act is probably my least favorite of the three because it goes through everything so fast. It's like this third part almost needed to be broken down into two parts because they go through so many parts of his life really fast. And there's some disturbing footage that was hard for me to look at. Him going through his mental health thing, him being bipolar, him taking that medication, him saying the crazy things as president, like slavery was the choice. Obviously, I don't believe that, of course. I mean, they took it out of context of what he said. He probably was like, slavery is a choice that they would probably rise up, but how it's taken out of context sounds like, it sounds really, really bad. And he's saying a lot of bad things. And of course, he's a Christian, so he's against abortion. And they talk about that and him running for president. And you can see that. And he said his mom was almost going to abort him too. So it's a lot going on in this third act, but they do touch on his mother passing away. And throughout this whole series, I really love that part of the documentary, seeing his mother love for him, and his mother believing in him that he can do anything, and how she used to talk to him, how she used to sing the songs to him, that goes a lot of ways with a child, you know. And then after his mother passed away, he immediately went right back to work. And I can kind of relate to this. After my mother passed away in 2017, I immediately went back to work because I didn't quite know how to grieve like that. So that was the best thing for me to do, to get back on the horse and try to keep going. And they talk about a lot about his arrogance, of course, and a lot about him being a narcissist, which he is. And I don't think you can fault somebody for that. I don't think so, personally. I mean, you got to have empathy for others, but you got to believe in yourself that you can do it. If you don't believe in you, who will? You know, only like the closest people to you, like his mother, will believe in him. But he really, 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 really believed in himself more than anybody. Is he the coldest lyricist of all time? I don't personally think so. Is he one of the best producers of all time? Yes, absolutely. He's one of the best producers and one of the best song makers, best hook boots, and he got a lot of catchy lyrics. Kanye, yes, genius. He is a genius. He's one of the best music talents of our time, you know. Say what you want about his personal life, you know. He's going through some things, and hopefully he'll get the help that he needs so he can be better. But as a documentary goes, if I was to give it a score, I'm gonna give this a 3.8 out of 5. Check it out on Netflix. It's a little long. Coodie interjects his life too in the documentary. I think that's where the documentary falters a little bit, but it stays mostly on track with Kanye West. The only biggest gripe I got, the third act is just so much thrown at you, you don't have time to keep up. But all in all, it's all good. It's definitely a watch on Netflix. Have y'all seen Jeen Yuhs yet? Let me know what y'all thought in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit me that thumbs up and spit it through the wire. And don't just stare at it, eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the flow, and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.